Hello, Tigers. Happy Monday, November 20th, 2023. This is the KTA News, and I'm your assistant principal, Miss Buster. I am so happy to see each and every one of you. Remember, it is a short week, but we have a lot to do, and I want to hear that you worked hard and you were kind and you had fun this week. Let's start off our KTA News with birthdays that are happening this week, starting today, November 20th through November 26th. We have a staff member, Miss Diaz, who has a special birthday on the 22nd. From Mr. Thompson's class, it will be Mila's birthday today. In Miss Bonomo's class, also today is Kayla's birthday. From Miss Mallon's class on the 26th is Isabella's birthday. From Miss Watabi's advisory, today it is Lorena's birthday, and on the 26th it is Araya's birthday. On the 23rd, from Miss Kano's class, it will be Vihan's birthday. From Mr. McIntyre's advisory, on the 23rd, it will be Manal's birthday. It is Matilda's birthday from Miss Mills' class on the 26th. On the 22nd, from Miss Rodden's class, it will be Soon Chen's birthday. Today, it is Aris's birthday from Miss Saletti's class. And on the 24th, from Mr. Smith's advisory, it will be Isabella's birthday. I feel like there were a lot of birthdays today, and then throughout the week, a ton. So happy birthday to each and every one of you. You get a nice long weekend for your birthday. I hope you have fun with your friends and family. We are going to lead right into a Mindful Monday from Miss Wolf.
Good morning. It's time for another Mindful Monday, and I'm Mrs. Wolf, your school counselor. And I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm excited that we get to talk about our feelings and our behaviors that go along with our feelings. So today, I want to talk about our zones of regulation. So those are the groups where our feelings are in, and it kind of describes how we're feeling and different ways that we're feeling and the behaviors that go along with that. And so I'm going to pull up my slides here. So this is our blue zone. So our blue zone is when we're low energy and we might be feeling sad or bored or tired or even sick. Our second zone is our green zone, and that's when we have calm energy. We're ready to focus, we're ready to learn, we're feeling happy, and we're feeling okay. Our yellow zone is our third zone. And that's when we start to have more energy and more feelings. Our feelings are getting a little bit stronger, and we might be excited or silly or frustrated or worried about something. And then our final zone is our red zone. And that's when our feelings and our energy is really big. And we might feel like we're going to burst. We might be angry. We might be super happy and elated. We might be panicked about something, or we might be terrified of something. So often our behaviors are tied to all of these feelings that we're feeling. And so other people see our behaviors and often know what we might be feeling. So in our blue zone, we might have our head down on our table, or we might have our eyes shut and actually be sleeping if we're tired, or we might be crying if we're sad. In our green zone, we might be smiling, we're sitting at our desks, we're coloring, we're calm, we're ready to learn. In our yellow zone, we might be fidgeting a little bit, we might be moving around, we might be nervous, our tummies might be feeling a funny way. And then in our red zone, that's when our feelings are really big, right? And we might be screaming, we might be moving, we might be angry, and might have fists. And that's when, our feelings are the strongest. And so as we're talking about these things, we're talking about our zones of regulation so that we can start to recognize how we're feeling and the behaviors that go along with it. Because our behaviors are what we have control over, and we need to start recognizing where we are and the control we have over these. And so as we're going through our feelings, we want to start remembering, what zone am I in? And how do I always get back to my green zone so that I'm feeling calm and ready to learn, especially when we're sitting in school, right? So we're going to just review our zones one more time before I say goodbye today. So in our blue zone, that's when we have low energy and we're sad or bored or tired or sick. Our green zone is we're feeling calm and really focused and ready to learn and happy. And our yellow zone is when we have more energy and bigger feelings, and we might be feeling nervous or excited or silly or worried. And sometimes that's when we need to enter some of the breathing techniques that we're going to learn, our Phoenix breathing that we talked about last week, and that can help us move backwards back to that green zone where we're ready to learn. And once we get to that red zone, sometimes it's hard to move out of that when we get really, really angry and those feelings get really, really big. And so when that happens, we need to really think about how we're behaving and what we're doing. And so, because sometimes whether it's we're super excited about something and we're yelling because we're really excited, or we're yelling because we're really mad, either way, that might not be acceptable where you are. If you're in the middle of class, if you're someplace that's not okay, then we need to back that back down to our yellow or even to our green, right? And so those are the tools we're going to continue to work on as we talk about our zones and where we are and where we're feeling all of our feelings. So I'm very excited that I get this time every Monday to talk to you guys and work with you and introduce you to our zones of regulation. And we're going to talk some more next week. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you next week.
Thank you, Miss Wolf. Those were wonderful reminders about our zones of regulation, how we can pay close attention to our own bodies and our own feelings and how that might impact others, and how our days go here at school and beyond our school walls. I received a wonderful share from Mrs. Bull. Mrs. Bull sent us pictures of Miss Powell's class dancing with scarves to Hungarian dances. So thank you, Miss Bull, for sending this in. Look how fun Miss Powell's class was having. That's amazing. I have a student assistant, Chris Moot, who came to me with an idea. And one of the positives or one of the extra things my student assistants are able to do is come up with ways that they can help our school in a multitude of ways. And one way that you can always help whatever environment you're in is you can think of a problem and try to work through that problem. So Chris noticed, specifically with middle schoolers, this might be happening beyond, but he noticed during his recesses, they were constantly losing balls at middle school recess. It was just nonstop. And sometimes it was out of their hands. So they would show up to recess and they did not have footballs, basketballs, soccer balls, etc. So he created this fundraiser flyer, if you will. We're not raising funds per se, but he wanted to put it out to our KTA community that if you have old footballs, basketballs, soccer balls that your family is not using anymore, that you could donate it to our school for our recess carts. So donations wouldn't only go to middle school. This is just where Chris got his idea from. So thank you to anyone who that is possible to participate. We really appreciate your support. I want to remind you, tomorrow is our turkey trot. Tomorrow, November 21st, is our turkey trot. So kindergartners through second graders, you will trot from 8:15 to 8:45 a.m. And then third graders through fifth graders will trot from 9 to 9:30 a.m. If you are coming to trot with your child, please check in. And we look forward to seeing you all there. Make sure you wear your running shoes and you are ready to show us your stuff. It will be so much fun. Thank you, Tigers. I hope you have a phenomenal Monday. Keep up the good work. Be kind.